The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, to the new video. Dogecoin, 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 9.81% up. Definitely most than most other coins right now. Still pumping hard, but it's not because of some kind of Elon Musk. Maybe it gives it bullishness and stuff like that, but the technicals are there. The technicals are in place to actually pump, and that's why it's also pumping. So maybe it's a combination between the technicals and the tweet. Maybe the tweet is creating the technicals. You can also argue about that. Anyways, it looks good. It is pumping. We're gonna see some kind of extensions and how we can reach some kind of targets and stuff like that. So that might be very interesting. Anyways, let's get in the chart to see why it's doing that well. Why it's doing that well. So we're gonna start on the weekly chart over here and see that we are actually started pumping back down here around 0.7 when we hit this 10 moving average on the weekly chart, which was very important to hit. Now we hit that, and now we are riding the wave on to the upside. I don't think this is over quite yet. I think it's gonna go up higher. The technicals here, once we went super high up here, we got kind of standing, but the next week on this red candle was important that we got back to some kind of 76 levels. So we have still more upside to go. So nothing is indicating on the weekly chart, at least, that we are getting some kind of overbought levels or we are going to crash or anything like that. It still looks very good. We right now we are sitting at 85, so we still got a whole lot of room to go left. Whole lot of room to go left. That's it. Let's go back to the daily chart and see what's happening on the daily chart. We had small bearish cross here, got this bullish cross. That means these green histograms means that this blue line is getting away from the orange line, the signal line. That's bullish. Just so I don't have to explain too much. Also, this RSI indicator sitting in some kind of 76 level. When it bottoms out, it's usually around some kind of 50 levels. That was down here, and then it starts slowly climbing up, and now it's climbing faster and faster, but it's around the 76 level. When it gets to these kind of 90 levels plus, that's when you get into these very big moves. But right now we are not there. We are just slowly climbing up, and everything looks nice and dandy. So on technicals like RSI MACD looks very nice. Also the moving averages looks very nice. We are above all the moving averages, both on the weekly and on the daily chart. Let's see the 4-hourly chart, on the 4-hourly chart, on the 1-hourly chart as well. We are above all the moving averages on all the time frames. That means strong uptrend, and that's very good and very positive, because moving averages are acting as resistance or support. So if you are below the moving averages, you have a resistance above you, and if you are above the moving averages, you get a support below you. So you can ride the support on the way up and break all the kinds of resistance. So one important resistance that isn't a moving average but is a difficult resistance was up here at 40.89. We broke that yesterday. And today we actually managed to retest that resistance and continued going up higher. Now Dogecoin looks more bullish than a lot of other things. Like we said in the beginning of the video, Dogecoin has actually outperformed everything, and now that Bitcoin actually had some kind of small retracement, everything also of altcoins pulled back, but Dogecoin, no, it's still continuing up. Not only that, it didn't even come close to the 10 moving average. Most of the coins have either wicked down to the moving averages or went so long below the moving averages, this 10 and 20 on the daily chart, that they had to get back above the moving average. And now maybe some of them are sitting barely above the moving averages, some of them are sitting all the way down there. It's very few coins that are doing the same thing that Doge is doing, sitting that's far up above the moving averages when Bitcoin is dumping. Bitcoin is technically not dumping, it's just having small retracement, just so you guys know. Check the Bitcoin video from earlier today, you're gonna understand what I mean. Like it's not a dump, it's expected move on the downside. We are expecting the move on downside. So now that we know that we are really bullish and we are expecting the move to go up, let's see also on the 4-hourly chart how this looks. And on 4-hourly chart you're gonna see clearly that we actually, this resistance that were up here, we maybe we can put it in the 4-hourly resistance up there. It's good. We can see here, let's zoom in, zoom in real nice up here. You can see here clearly how the resistance got broke. We went all the way up with this candle up just barely above the resistance, and then next candle we managed to stay above the resistance, and we pumped. This was a retracement back to the 10 moving average on the 4 hourly, just to test it as a support, because you can see the 10 moving average on the 4 hourly is acting as a support, and now we are pumping like crazy, you know, we are pumping like crazy on the 4 hourly. But there is no actual indication that that this is some kind of a failed move or some kind of a bull trap or something like that. So now on the last part of the video we're gonna see what kind of targets we can actually get, and for that we're gonna use something that I actually don't use that often. But when you are into price discovery mode, means you are above all-time high and you don't have any trend lines or something like that that you can use to find some kind of resistance where we might go, then you might actually be able to use something called Fibonacci Extension and find where the next resistance should be like. So let's move these moving averages, like clean up charts, so this is easier to see. We're gonna use this and we're gonna try to predict where up here the target should be at. Okay, so let's do it like this. So we're gonna use something called Fibonacci. We're gonna use something called trend-based Fibonacci extension. So this is the impulse move. This is some kind of a bottom, and we're gonna find where. So let's assume it starts. The move, where the thing is, where the moves start, over here or over here. Let's say down here starts. So it goes all the way to the top there and it has a retracement actually down here. And this is actually moved. So what we are interested in is this 1.681, 1.618, 2.618, 3.618, 4. Okay, not this 4.2, but these 6.18 lines over here, because all of these lines are gonna act as a resistance on the move up. So one interesting line that is gonna come is this 1 point line. 1 point line, but you can see it's neither on the 2, neither on 2.6, or neither on 2 or 1.6. So maybe just one of those other lines. But all these lines are actually acting as a resistance on the way up. Okay, so we're gonna put some kind of numbers up here. So the first target should be at around 77. After that we have this 115, and then we have all the way up to 154. 154 was actually one of the targets that I actually think it might be hit, but we're gonna come in another video back to that, because it's quite extended target that although it might be hit, we are actually, everybody is looking for this target over here to the one line, right? Everybody's looking. So only way we can get to this target by extension is by not using this wick, because this wick might actually be in some kind of faulty wick. So if you use these wicks up here, you can see here that we are almost getting to where we should be, like on the line with this 2.0. It's not 1.6 or 2.6, 1.6 or 2.6. It's 2.0, but it's also a Fibonacci number on the Fibonacci scale, and that might actually help it. But if we are gonna use 1.6 and 1.26 and stuff like that, and use the bottom up here, maybe you can use even the close down here, and then you see that it actually hits this 2 line. Right now if you use the close, so you know, give or take, depends on if you want to use the wick or the close down here. But if you use the wick, then you know, 2.7. Either way, the target is high up. When we hit it, how we hit it, you know, we're gonna see that. That said, subscribe to the channel to get next Dogecoin update and see if we hit our targets or not. Also check out the links below to the Telegram, to the Patreon. We do something called a daily altcoins video on Patreon. Today it was over 1 hour long. You know, we checked a whole bunch of coins, technical analysis on those and stuff like that. Also talk technical analysis all day long. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I got stuff to do. See you around. Bye bye.